Tokenization is the way that money will move around the world in the future. Through its relationship with Medico, Ripple is linking some of the world's largest banks, which will tokenize the assets, crypto, and securities they hold and send them on the blockchain. We are going to talk about Medico's relationships and find out how big they really are. We will also talk about what kind of cost we expect to see in the chain over the next few years and how that will affect the price of XRP. Let's start at the beginning and dive in. The tokenization market is where we should start. Liev Mastery is the CEO of FMI Services in Euroclear, a global source of infrastructure for financial markets. He will be in Davos in 2024. I sometimes say that most likely records will show that has been bad for blockchain. That was the first use case that turned into Bitcoin. Allow me to go ahead and region for you. Also, I think you were talking earlier about all the noise around Bitcoin. I say every once in a while that most likely records will show that it wasn't good for blockchain and that Bitcoin was the first use case, because I think it probably made this noise over the years, and it's much more important to remember the years. That's why we took it the same way. It's not that we want to, we are no longer looking into it. We have already done it. So as I said last year, we came to the conclusion that fragmentation and a lack of cash were the main worries. This is the idea that we have been working on since the beginning, and it's no longer a lucky accident that you talk about money market funds as liquidity became lessened. Due to the fact that there was only one chain, the secondary market was much harder to work with. It was mostly about buy and hold short-term paper. Now that we're done with Euroclear, we looked at this job and talked about how we could handle it. We also did some beautiful paintings with the World Bank, which is now putting out its first fully digital document. We've also built our own blockchain, which means that the safety token isn't always the best option, but we also made our own coins token out of it, which is a reflection of Euroclear Bank's industrial bank cash. And what we did was completely legal under the present criminal code. We thought it was important to not be in a pilot case or lab right now because those places limit how the technology can be used. We say that this should be possible under normal criminal law. In addition, we made this release completely focused on the main part. The first distribution has been made, which means the main issue, but we've used it to our advantage and turned it over so that it can handle the challenge of division and the task of this being a very short-term paper hobby. If you want to go back to the old way of doing things so that the same digital issue can be used perfectly in the secondary markets at the big community that we represent for everyone, which could be tied to that community, it could be used as security for something else. As extra security, it can be used and has been used. It has been used in 3 different ways. So this training is now useful to us. I agree with saying, okay, we'll take a piece of the fee chain. We'll take the savings. We make the most of the group. The risks we saw were dealt with by connecting it back to the main network. This also lets you peer a movement route beginning. Because of what I said last year, it's hard to see the migration path, even though you might think of a good end state where everyone is connected on a series and working in a marketplace where network effect is so important. And I think that with what we've done so far, we can see how we can take advantage of some of the fee chain's existing benefits without losing them. We can do this within the current criminal framework and start to see migration factors in the overall environment for the coming years. You should start to think about moving from the old method to blockchain. The euro is a clear language for trillions of dollars a year, and you're seeing more and more financial market systems get updated to use blockchain, and that's what we're waiting for the move to show. Medico will be a part of this too, okay? The price that Ripple paid for Medico was $250 million, a single bachelor platform. And so almost the same phrase she said that we are now a part of Ripple and that there will be a single platform for all digital asset transactions and processes this year. Okay, so let's begin here. The Standard Chartered Bank is one of the biggest in the world. After getting a virtual asset license in Luxembourg, it is starting to offer cryptocurrencies in Europe. The bank said on January 9th that it is creating a new company in Luxembourg, which is in the European Union, to offer crypto virtual asset storage services. Following the launch of the MiCA law, which sets the rules for cryptocurrencies in the EU, the flow began. I'm also going to show you some pretty interesting links with the chosen constitution right now. So, Zodiac Custody joins Ripple after being funded by many charters. This means that Zodiac Custody, a company that stores cryptocurrencies and is backed by the constitution, is now a part of Ripple's community for safety experts, Medico. This community is meant to help businesses around the world keep and agree on digital assets. The company said on Monday that crypto garage and settlement networks have become more popular, especially since last year's FTX crash. They are thought to be safety measures to get rid of the cryptocurrency danger. Everything is fine. Now we know that Standard Charter is getting new licenses to let its retail and banking users buy cryptocurrency. We also know that Us.Thankx could be with Medico. Everything is fine. The winner of the Best Virtual Asset Guardian Award this afternoon was Zodiac Custody, followed by Standard Charter, Northwestern Trust, SBI Digital Holdings partnership with Ripple, and finally SBI Digital Holdings. Now, this is going to Zodiac Custody. Also, please welcome the top risk officer, Ms. Anush Arushashin. Anush, it's great to see you on TV. Let me give you a few words. Excellent work. Thanks a lot, Nirav. Also, thank you to everyone. Thanks so much for the praise. It's on behalf of Zodiac Custody, which is our main group. The company keeps digital assets safe through Standard Chartered, Northern Trust, and SBI Digital Asset Holdings. The work we have to do is definitely simple. It's one way that big traders around the world can use all of the potential of virtual assets in the future. Yes, definitely, properly, and most importantly, without any compromise. We're over here at Zodiac Custody. We are thrilled by this award, and we look forward to helping our customers all over the world. Thanks a lot. That's why their age is so right, but they won an award beating out other era companies. It's great to see that SC Ventures and SPI have also set up a joint venture to work on digital assets in the UAE. More information is all $100 million to start the investing business, virtual asset joint and assignment, along with Zodiac Custody and Zodiac. Looks like Ripple and Medico are also working with this through the Dubai Global Finance Center. Market, you can also see that guy. That's a lot of them, right? Make a bank and grade the answers in the Coin Global Standard Charter. Zodiac Custody has joined forces with Medico, which is owned by Ripple. Because of its relationship with Ripple,